Abram, Morrison, John, Greenleaf, Whittier, amidst the men and things which will haunt an old man's memory still, drollest, quaintest of them all, with a boy's laugh I recall good old Abram Morrison. When the grist and rolling mill ground and rumbled by Po Hill, and the old red schoolhouse stood midway in the Purwow's flood, here dwelt Abram Morrison. From the beach to far beyond Bear Hill, Lion's Mouth and Pond, marvellous to our tough old stock, chips o' the Anglo-Saxon block, seemed the Celtic Morrison. Mudknock, Balmavisel, all only knew the Yankee drawl, never brog was heard till when, foremost of his countrymen, hither came friend Morrison. Yankee born, of alien blood, kin of his had well withstood Pope and King with pike and ball under Darius' leaguered wall, as became the Morrisons. Wandering down from nut-filled woods with his household and his goods, never was it clearly told how within our quiet fold came to be a Morrison. Once a soldier, blame him not that the Quaker he forgot, when, to think of battles won, and the redcoats on the run, laughed aloud friend Morrison. From Grey Lewis oversea bore his sires their family tree, on the rugged boughs of it grafting Irish mirth and wit, and the brog of Morrison. Half a genius, quick to plant, blundering like an Irishman, but with canny shrewdness lent by his far-off Scotch descent, such was Abram Morrison. Back and forth to daily meals, rode his cherished pig on wheels, and to all who came to see easier for the pig and me, sure it is, said Morrison. Simple-hearted, boy o'ergrown, with a humour quite his own, of our sober-stepping ways, speech and look and cautious phrase, slow to learn was Morrison. Much we loved his stories told of the country strange and old, where the fairies danced till dawn, and the goblin leprechaun looked, we thought, like Morrison. Or wild tales of feud and fight, which in troll and second sight whispered still were stored away looks across its stormy bay, once the home of Morrisons. First was he to sing the praise of the Powwow's winding ways, and our straggling village took city grandeur to the look of its poet Morrison. All his words have perished. Shame on the saddlebags of fame, that they bring not to our time one poor couplet of the rhyme made by Abram Morrison. When, on common fair first days, rattled down our one-horse chaise, through the blossomed apple boughs to the old, brown meeting-house, there was Abram Morrison. Underneath his hat's broad brim peered the queer old face of him, and with Irish jauntiness swung the coat-tails of the dress worn by Abram Morrison. Still, in memory, on his feet, leaning o'er the elder's seat, mingling with a solemn drone, Celtic accents all his own, rises Abram Morrison. Don't he is pleading, don't ye go, dear young friends, to sight and show, don't ye run after elephants, learn pigs and presidents and the likes, said Morrison. On his well-worn theme intent, simple, childlike, innocent, heaven forgive the half-checked smile of our careless boyhood, while listening to friend Morrison. We have learned in later days truth may speak in simplest phrase, that the man is not the less for quaint ways and homespun dress, thanks to Abram Morrison. Not to pander nor to please come the needled homilies, with no lofty argument is the fitting message send, through such lips as Morrison's. Dead and gone. But while its track Powwow keeps to Merrimack, while Po Hill is still on guard, looking land and ocean ward, they shall tell of Morrison. After half a century's lapse, we are wiser now, perhaps, but we miss our streets amid something which the past has hid, lost with Abram Morrison. Gone forever with the queer characters of that old year now the many are as one. Broken is the mold that run men like Abram Morrison.